Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my video. Take a look around. That's it. That's the whole bit. I put on the glasses to be a silly goober, but I also really want to be able to see for this tier list. Today, on this tier list Tuesday, we're tackling what the entire internet's tackling. I'm talking on TikTok, I'm talking on YouTube, I'm talking on Netflix. We're talking about Bo Burnham's stand-up comedy special, Inside. And we are gonna rank the songs. I tried to rank every bit, but I couldn't find one that had every single bit. So we're just doing the songs. Oh no. Oh no, I've made a fatal error. If you've caught it, good for you. And if not, hopefully you never will. All right, so let's dive right into it. I'm gonna just say, obviously I can't play any of the music from this special because that's how YouTube works. So, give it a watch. Watch the special, come back. I'm highly recommending it. It gets the Wonder Bear seal of approval. Go check out Bo Burnham's Inside, available on Netflix and Spotify. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Now, it's a shame because the way it works is the everything's compared to itself. So there's gonna be some wonderfuls and there's gonna be some unbearables. Everything's amazing, but it's just how it's gotta go. I'll start with 30. 30 is a pretty good song. It's about Bo Burnham coming to terms with the fact that he's turning 30. It's got a good beat. It's got that cool thing he does with the light that is pretty cool to watch. It's not one of the knockouts of the entire thing, but I think it's pretty good. So I would say that 30 should get a C tier. Good song, not one of the greatest in the world. All Eyes on Me might get moved up to wonderful, but for now I'm putting it in the A tier. This song is wonderfully depressing, really creepy and unnerving, very good to jam. I dig it. It works. He does it well. All-time low. I want to give it a high score, but it's just like, it's 8 sentences. It's really funny, but I don't think it deserves. I think it would be, in the grand scheme of the tier list, to put it any higher than, like, it's not better than 30. It's got to go in the D tier for now. Any Day Now is the credit song. And you know what? It's not exactly its fault. I guess it is its fault that it was in the credits. I watched the entire credits both times. I watched the special in its entirety. I just don't remember it at all. It's got no replayability in my head. I'm gonna give it an unbearable. I think he just says Any Day Now over and over again, which, I mean, in the context of the special, pretty good. I get it, but that's where I'm putting it. Bezos 1 and 2. Gotta do them together, obviously. Can we, thank you. Bezos 1. CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos. Fuck their wives, drink their blood. Come on, Jeff, get them. And then the sickest synth solo you ever heard, that one gets a B. Bezos 2 continues the craziness, but doesn't quite have any of that memorable impact from Bezos 1. And I'm thinking, in the grand scheme of the entire thing, it might be a D tier. It's nowhere near as fun as Bezos 1. Couple them together and actually make it one song, it gets brought up to Bezos 1 tier. It's not like it would bring down Bezos 1, but that's just how it goes. Comedy. Comedy is gonna be our first wonderful. This is not the opening song of it, but I think it's like the first real, like, welcome back to a Bo Burnham thing. It's a really funny song. It's like 5 minutes long. It's got so many layers. You can, like, pause every frame of it and there's something funny to laugh at when he's, like, going through how comedy works. You got some great lines, like making a literal difference metaphorically, and a Jew walks into a bar and I've saved him a seat. Really good. Great song. 7 thumbs up. Content is the actual opening song. A lot of people like Content. I like it. I just think it's not much more than him looking at a sick disco ball and saying, "Daddy made you your favorite open wide." The rest of it's just like fine. It's not bad at all. But again, this is a grand scheme thing. I think Content is gonna get a B for now. FaceTime with my mom has a nice like bop to it. I like that about it. Like, her hair is wet. She said, "How'd you guess? Your hair is wet." It's pretty funny. It's obviously relatable. Most people have mothers. They know how it goes. But I find it not being one of the ones that I jam to when I'm listening to the Spotify album. Which means it's got to go in like a category. It can't be like higher than. I'm thinking it's a C tier. Face Out My Mom. Goodbye is the final song. It's the culmination of everything. He calls back to most, if not all, of the songs in here. He turns them on his head, showing like, you know, his issues and how his issues are issues. He does the whole thing. It's not my favorite song, but you know, it's like, how do you say, ooh, the big culmination song that touches on everything, and it's stylistically so well done. Like him showing like, oh, here's an idea for the ending song and transitioning to how old he is now. It can't get any lower than a B. So B's where it's gonna go from now, but this one's got some possible upward momentum when it comes to the sorting section. How the World Works, while not my favorite song, I think is the greatest example on here of Bo Burnham's genius, and it will get a wonderful tier for that. Every time Bo Burnham does a stand-up, he shows more and more how like on top of it he is, like the whole world. I mean, he literally was like, "Let me just, in case you forgot, let me show you. I know how the world works." And it's got this like funny kids show host shell, but the message is so messed up, and like the interactions with Sacco and the limitless space between life and death. It's classic Bo Burnham. I think it'll be remembered forever. I Don't Want to Know is never really spoken about. It's a really good song. It's kind of just like his middle. I think it's like it's either like right before or right after the intermission. And he's just saying like, "What do you think of the show? Just kidding, I don't want to know." And it's just like a bunch of things like that. It's got a good beat, not particularly funny, not particularly memorable. C tier. Look Who's Inside Again. A lot of people like this song more than I do. I think I remember this is my tier list. It's got the Wonder, it's got the Bear. I'm sorry, I've got this set up so you couldn't see that. It's got the Wonder, it's got the Bear. So I hope you've been seeing things get moved into the Wonderful tier. You probably haven't been. That's a shame. Look, there they are. 2 screen setups, the downfall. But yeah, Look Who's Inside Again is really good. It's a trend on TikTok. A lot of people use it as like but they use the sad one from Goodbye. They don't really use this one. And you know what? Because of that, it's kind of made me realize I think I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that. The Goodbye, Look Who's Inside Again, just an upgrade of this one. But it's pretty good. Problematic Baby, that's an A tier. This song is so good to listen to. The Christian imagery is so funny. Some of the lines, like I literally have had, when I was 17 on Halloween, I dressed up as Aladdin. He's a problem. I did not darken my skin, but it still feels weird in hindsight. That's been in my head probably since I've watched Inside. Which, you know, this is coming out on the 22nd. You know when Inside came out. I watched it the day it came out. That's how long it's been in my head. Sexting, great song. My favorite part of Sexting is when he goes, A, T, and T. Classic joke. We don't need phonetical diction. We'll talk dirty like the ancient Egyptians. Man's a lyricist for sure. It's really good. It's got some bop qualities. I can already tell this tier list is gonna need some like squishing and rearranging. But again, for now, I feel like this one's gotta maybe go in the C tier for now. Shit's going in the A tier. Shit is so fun. I just love it. Wake up at 11:30, feeling like a bag of shit. Probably the most relatable song in the whole thing. Everyone felt this way during quarantine. That's just how it is. I've read a lot of things that the more songs you relate to, the more depressed you are. So, but yeah, this is definitely one that everyone gets. Like, quarantine hit hard, and that's the thing. And it's a really fun song. It like kind of works. I drove past the kids park unintentionally, blaring this like out my windows. Like I was driving like with the whole soundtrack playing from destination A to destination B. And as I was passing a child's playground, I hit a red light and my windows were down, and this just came on. And it was like up to the point of the song where it was like, big ol' motherfucking duffel bag of shit. And I was like, yikes. They had to learn sometime, right? That funny feeling is probably the most serious song on here. Predictions of what it's about range from just COVID to the end of all things to wanting to kill yourself, and you know what? They all kind of fit. It's a really messed up song. The more you listen to it, the more you kind of just disappear into the void, if you know what I'm saying. And I think I gotta give it an B tier. I was gonna say A, but I think there's gonna be too many A's. Unpaid Intern is a bop. Like it's quick. He goes blah, 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 blah. It's great. And it's got a lot of positives, right? And it's one of the ones he's wearing the silly glasses in. The ones I wore in the opening. But at the end of the day, it kind of is just like the opening to another bit. My favorite bit in probably the whole stand-up is the reaction video to the reaction video. If I had an editor, I would cut in right now me reacting to my tier list. It'd be comedy gold. You'd all applaud me for it, but alas, I don't have that. Yeah, so Unpaid Intern, I think it's really good, but I think at the end of the day, it's just a D tier because it's quick. It's a quick song. It serves another bit. It's just like these other ones. They're really funny, quick bites that serve better bits. That's what the D tier is for. All these are gold, but that's how ranking these goes. Welcome to the internet. I mean, everyone on Earth, everyone on the internet where we currently exist would maim me if I gave it nothing less than a wonderful tier. It's probably the most polarizing song coming out of the bit. It's the one everyone's talking about because of how like creepily accurate it is. Like obviously there's the fun like do Power Ranger quiz. Like it's fun, and it's got like a silly list of things you can get on the internet. But like it's got like this real creepy overtone of like how it's evil, and everyone knows Bo's stances on the internet usage of kids and stuff. And like when he gets into that like serious middle part of how like the internet was fine until it was literally shifted to corrupt younger children, which is implied by the before your time circa 99. Like obviously that means kids born 2000s or later. Like that like shift of him being like the internet was literally like it was totally acceptable until people their sole purpose was to make it to exploit the younger generation. And like a message like that delivered in a song where it's like the beats like carnival music. It's creepy as heck. It's delightful. It's a great song. Definitely contender for the best. Obviously, the other contenders are right here. And yeah, I got nothing more to say about it. Golden song. And finally, White Woman's Instagram. This song is a pretty good bop with the best visuals of the entire thing. He must have spent so much time and money going through Instagrams and recreating every Instagram photo ever made. It's gold. I think it's gotta go A tier. I I don't know, we're in reshuffle mode now, so that might change in a second. But here's the working tier list pre-reshuffle mode. Comedy, How the World Works, Welcome to the Internet, and the Wonderful tier. Bunch of stuff in the A tier. All Eyes on Me, Goodbye, Problematic, Shit, White Woman's Instagram. B tier's got Bezos One content. You can read. So the reshuffle. Obviously, Any Day Now's got no contention down here. It's the credit song. Closes it. You know, like no one's talking about this song. The D tier, I'm gonna put Bezos 2 below Unpaid Intern. I like Unpaid Intern a lot. I think Bezos 2 is just like a really funny visual bit. Like, look at how crazy it looks compared to Bezos 1. But like, again, it just isn't as good as Bezos 1. All Time Low, I think I'm gonna leave at the top though. I like it a lot. I actually find myself listening to All Time Low in the car sometimes, even though the beginning of it is him like being depressed and the ending of it's him being depressed, and the musical clips only in the beginning. I think it's pretty good. Alright, the C tier. I'm putting FaceTime with My Mom at the bottom. It's very funny, but it's one of those songs that I think, gotta wipe something off the mic, hope you didn't hear that. It's one of those songs that I think, just like kind of falls to the wayside when you're like, oh, I'm gonna listen to the album. Like, you don't usually listen to this one. Next is gonna be I Don't Want to Know, because for the same reasons, but I just think I actually like it better than FaceTime with My Mom. I think this song is fun. I like the idea of it. Like, literally, like it being on in the background is like a whole different meaning for the song. I think it's clever. Sexting and 30 have the same energy to me. They're really well put together songs that I sometimes listen to, sometimes skip over. I think Sexting's just a little better than 30 though. The jokes are in there, and the work he puts in with the projector is great. Little minute things like the one time the AC's on in the whole stand-up and it's on in this song set to 69, like the dude knows what he's doing. Bezos 1 content, Look Who's Inside Again, that funny feeling. The bottom is gonna be content. Great opener, the perfect opener for the show. But again, it's just that I think using the opener as like the hard like division, like everything from the opener and up is like gold, and things below the opener are like, you know, pretty good. Like all this stuff is good, but like this is where the gold of Welcome to the Internet, How the World Works, comedy, basically everything that happens inside. This is where all the gold happens. Then we're going with the OG Look Who's Inside Again. Great song, great lyrics. But I feel like it's the one in Goodbye that transcends it, like the deeper world, look who's... That deeper one's the one everyone really talks about and like refers to and uses on their TikToks. But the song's really good. I like the one he just goes, I just took a big fucking breath and restarts it. Classic. Bezos and That Funny Feeling are so hard to choose between. For the sole reason that they're so different. Like Bezos 1 is a small little thing and The Funny Feeling is the most serious song in there. I think I gotta do this though. Bezos 1 is gold. The synth solo is probably the coolest little bit of music in the entire thing. But That Funny Feeling is a genius song that needs to be respected as such. You know what I think needs to happen here? I think we need to do some major shiftage. Bop. Bop. That's it. That's the whole shift. I think it deserves to be in the A tier, That Funny Feeling. It's that good. But again, you know, because of its serious nature, it doesn't have that bop quality, that replay quality. You know, now that I'm looking at it, you guys are gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me because it shouldn't have happened. But this is the reshuffle. The reshuffle, give it and take it away. I'm giving it one extra bump. I'm putting it above White Woman's Instagram. White Woman, it's a more lyrically clever, deeper meaning song. White Woman's Instagram. White Woman's Instagram is in the A tier because it is the best visuals that this stand-up thing. I really don't know what to call it. It's hard. The special has to offer. This is the best as far as visuals go, and this is probably the best as far as lyrics go. But the genius is when you find the middle ground. Shit is next, I think. I think that's fair. This is where Shit belongs. Shit shouldn't be a top quality song. Shit is a fun little gold. This song brings you back to the golden days of Bo Burnham, you know? It might actually be the only song that I really feel does that. That and Comedy. Like this song feels like repeat stuff. Like it's got like that silly, zany quality of Bo Burnham that a lot of this, I mean, it's present in all of it, obviously. It's his special, but like, you know, he's evolved. He's a new creature now, but there's a lot of old Bo showing through and shit, and I think that's why I deserve this. I'm putting Problematic above Goodbye. Yeah, Goodbye is the closing culmination song, and listen, I'm a sucker for culmination songs. He produced this like a Broadway special. When you get to like, I'm gonna bring Hamilton into it. Maybe we'll do a Hamilton tier list one day if you guys want it. But like, I think this would be a spoiler for the Hamilton tier list. So if you want the Hamilton tier list enough that I'm going to do it, and you don't want spoilers, skip ahead 10 seconds from right now. My favorite song in Hamilton is Nonstop, because it calls back to the whole first half of the play. Okay, welcome back. You missed what I was talking about. But I was saying, normally when you've got something that calls back to a lot of your songs, it ends up being a well-received favorite choice because it's got a little bit of everything in it. But Goodbye is such a serious turn from the rest of, not the rest of it, a lot of it's serious, but it's such a turn. The lyrics from like Comedy, like they're so dark, like it can't replace Comedy. You can't use it the same way you would use songs from maybe Broadway plays or anything. Problematic though, top of the A tier, man. This is probably the best bop. I'm gonna say it's the best bop in the entire thing. I love listening to this song. It's so funny. It genuinely might be the best one to listen to. And between you and me, only I think 3 songs on here are on my liked Spotify playlist, because I don't like every song I like, because then you mix up when you mix your liked songs on Spotify, you can't get hit with the random. Like, you don't want to get hit with all-time low with half of it being spoken in your liked song, because it might throw off the vibe. But Problematic makes the cut that its vibe is good enough. The wonderful tier. All Eyes on Me, because of the vertical movement. I think that is where it goes, though. This might be my favorite song, but I don't know if it's the best song. It's one of those moments, you know? I love All Eyes on Me. First time I listened to it, I was a little drunk. My boy JR, and I gotta tell you, man, it pierced me. I was so like, what? The first time I watched the Bo Burnham special, I fell asleep in like the middle. I thought I listened to the entire Bo Burnham thing, but I was like doing one of like the and I completely missed that funny feeling shit. Welcome to the internet, like that chunk from the intermission till about All Eyes on Me. I remembered a song about someone going, put your hands up, but I did not remember the song until I watched it that time with JR when I was drunk. And it really cut me to the core. Great song. Absolute great. Powerhouse. One of the 4 horsemen of the Bo Burnham Inside special, I would say. Next is gonna be How the World Works. How the World Works is, like I said, his most lyrically clever. This is the most lyrically, like, beautiful song, probably, but this is the most lyrically clever. He does this whole thing in the beginning. It's like a cute kids song with the gophers underground, the birds in the sky, or whatever he says. That's, like, it's so well done to be a kid show, and you're waiting the whole time for the other shoe to drop. It's like a minute of this kid show stuff. And he sets up the beat perfectly when the second part comes in with the systematic oppression and genociding the natives and all the other effed up shit. It's gold. It's a gold song. But now here are the 2 titans. What do you give the award to, right? Do you give it to I'm going to discuss them both in succession. Comedy is one of the others. I think the only other show, the only other Bo Burnham song here, like shit that like you see a lot of old Bo come through, and I love old Bo. That's how I fell in love with Bo. He wasn't new Bo when I fell in love with him. No problem with new Bo, of course. New Bo's great. This is why this gets a tier list. That's how good it is. But it's got a lot of the new Bo, a lot of old Bo, a lot of fun visual gags. It's got everything. You could pause this one to make jokes at like the white woman's Instagram. It's also got really clever lyrics. It's also got old Bo. It's got everything. It's a smorgasbord. Welcome to the Internet is one. It really is just a one style song, but it's so polarizing and creepy, and like what it does perfectly. Everything about it, from the mirrorless shades that you can't see his eyes, to the way he deepens his voice, to his maniacal laugh, which, all right, you want it. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm not gonna do it as well, but I'm gonna try. Mine's a little more Joker. I can't get as deep as he can. It's great, but I think I'm leaving it the way it is. I think Comedy is the best song inside, followed very closely by Welcome to the Internet. So the final order is gonna be Comedy, Welcome to the Internet, How the World Works, All Eyes on Me, All Eyes on Me, Problematic, Goodbye, Shit, That Funny Feeling, White Woman's Instagram, Bezos, Look Who's Inside Again, Content, Sexting, 30, I Don't Wanna Know, FaceTime with My Mom, All Time Low, Unpaid Intern, Bezos 2, and Any Day Now, the credits song. I'm glad they included the credit song. Kind of gave me a freebie to not really include any of the actual content in the unbearable tier. So thank you, Bo Burnham, for. I'm sure you did that because you knew all the people at home who needed a tier list, and they do tier lists that every tier needs to have at least one entry. You helped me out. You hooked me up, brother. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the Inside special and maybe other Bo Burnham specials in the comments below. I know a lot of my friends love them. Let me know what kind of tier list you want to see next. Do you want to see the Hamilton tier list, or maybe I'll do all the songs from Hamilton, which will just basically be all of Hamilton. If you want to see something else, I need some tier list recommendations. This is another one where it's the night before the tier list Tuesday comes out, and I just quickly recorded it because I didn't know what to do. And literally, the reason I picked this was because I've gotten into TikTok lately. I don't like it. I think it's a waste of time. But the Mario Superstar Baseball channel, link in the description, has a TikTok, and I made a TikTok so I could follow them to give them more support. And I got sucked into the whole of, I'm going to bed, I'm just gonna scroll through all this garbage, and none of it's really funny, but I'll like an occasional pair of boobs, or an occasional funny Bo Burnham reference, or some kind of D&D hint that helps me out. And there's like a lot of Bo Burnham trends, and I was like, I guess the Bo Burnham the Inside's a thing that I could do right now if the tier list exists. And lo and behold, there were quite a few. So yeah, that's my deep dark secret revealed. I'll probably talk about it in an Isaac episode in more depth. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please, like I just said, ideas, people, I need them in the comments. I don't want to have these last second tier lists comes out. I want to know what I'm doing. I want to be able to set a schedule. But yeah. Until then, I've been Wonder Bear, you've been you. Thank you so much. Do all the things I said. I will catch you next Tuesday for the Tier List Tuesday, or tomorrow with either Isaac or Pokemon. I'm thinking it's going to be 2 episodes of Isaac and then Pokemon's coming back. That's what my brain's telling me right now. I might be a liar. Bye.